We have the Bible, we have the Quran, we have the Bhagavad Gita, and that's just to name a few of many scriptures that have been written down. There are other stories from other traditions about the universe, about humanity, about the history of the world that have not been written down. Why should we take the Bible above the others? If you didn't know, now you know. Besides the Bible, there are many other stories and scriptures, and you can read and learn from those other stories and scriptures, but there are very good reasons to take the Bible much more seriously. As we get into this, there is one thing you need to take to heart. It is that statement from Jesus himself. From the beginning, it wasn't so. When we read Genesis 1 and 2, we find that God made humans in his image, both male and female. Now, that's unique to the Bible. Yes, there are other traditions that talk about humans being in the class of God, but usually it's restricted to a few individuals. Maybe the king, maybe the priest. Sometimes it's the same person that is the king and the priest. But in the Bible, we see that all humanity, both male and female, are made in the image of God. That's unique to the Bible, and that's one reason why I personally take the Bible more seriously. In many of these other traditions, they believe in a pantheon of gods, many lords and many gods. You see those other traditions that believe in many lords and many gods, usually you would have the gods of war, the gods of sex, and sometimes even the gods of sickness in their pantheon of gods. It basically means that evil is part of the world, because when you really think of some things as evil and bad, you are really thinking from a Christian perspective, because for them, sickness is part of the world, the war is part of the world, and it will continue like that forever and ever. So evil is just part of the world, and the idea of dealing with evil permanently is a foreign idea. Death is the worst evil, or the greatest that evil can do to you. Financial challenges, family troubles, health challenges, they all pale in the light of death. Death is the worst that evil can do to you. And the Christian message is very simple. What the Jews hoped for and prayed for to deal with evil permanently, God had done in Christ Jesus. Because if death is the greatest evil and God raised Jesus from the dead, never to be subject to death again, then God has permanently dealt with evil in Christ Jesus. And that also gives us the guarantee that he would get rid of evil from his world.